Welcome to latest live stream. A bit quiet, I know. I sat on the floor, by the way, only because charger's down here, and I've got to charge my phone whilst I'm doing this. So I thought I'd just be down here to talk to you guys and I'll tell you basically about how yesterday went. Yesterday was a really good day again. There was a lot of diverts going on. Hello, Southwest Rail Fund, Lucas Island, Transport Mayhem, hello. There's a lot of diverts that happened yesterday. I am fine, thank you. North Down Train Spotter, I've got to subscribe to you. You asked me to. Anyone who wants me to subscribe to them, just leave me a comment and I shall do so, if I haven't done it already, because I need to catch up on who I need to subscribe back. Yeah, so hello Luke Hero Clips. Hope you're both well. $100 nice one. So I'm going to recap on how yesterday went. Yesterday was the 3rd of February, and I went to Eastleigh, Romsey, and Andover for diverts. Now, you're probably wondering what's diverts, if you don't know already, for those who haven't seen. Eastleigh saw the Cardiff Central Portsmouth Harbour trains call there on diverted Great Western Railway services. So I thought I'd go over to Eastleigh and film them. It was really good. It was really strange to see them in Eastleigh, and considering that there was no cross country or no southern that were in Eastleigh, literally no passing services happened. Everything that was at Eastleigh stopped at Eastleigh. Literally there was absolutely nothing that passed Eastleigh at all. No, that whilst we were there anyway. Yeah, I'm aware there was a broken down train at Plymouth this morning. I believe it was a cross-country Voyager as well. It was the 11:25 Penzance Glasgow. It was had a fault somehow. It was a Voyager anyway that had the fault. So yeah, there's delays between Plymouth and Totnes really. Well, delays at Plymouth really. So trains will probably start from Newton Abbot, Totnes or Exeter St David's. So, or cross-country might start at Temple Meads. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go and just talk about each station in specifics and tell you about, basically in depth about what the trains were like. I'll tell you what I saw, and then obviously you'll see that in the flesh when the YouTube video comes out anyway. But I'll give you sort of a brief overview of what was seen at each one, so you can get a feel for them. And then when they go out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday respectively, you'll be able to see them more in the flesh anyway. So I'll recap my day first. Basically, I started out with the XC Spotter, who was previously called Johnny's Vlogs. He changed his YouTube name because he absolutely loves cross-country voyages. So Johnny started out the day with us. I basically left the house at about 4:30 maybe. I think it was just before 5 o'clock anyway. Basically I was going to leave at 4:40 and I left at about 4:55 because I was 15 minutes late. I'm a train. I run late. I am Southern. Anyway, yes, Southern, always late. So I left the house at 4:55, let's say. Let's just round it to that. I was going to leave at 4:40, but I looked around and I couldn't find my ticket wallet. And I'd already bought my tickets and they were in that wallet, so I was like, oh my god, what's happened? I was absolutely freaking out, and I spent about 15 minutes looking everywhere. I even woke my poor dad up just to go and check his room to see if I hadn't left it in there, which I didn't, so it woke him up, although he was awake already, I think, luckily. I think he was anyway, or he was just getting up for something. It was quite funny. Well, poor dad. It wasn't funny for him, but he doesn't mind, I don't think. He can just get back to sleep afterwards. It wasn't in there anyway. So, yeah, I left about 15 minutes late. So I walked down to the station, which is only about 10 minutes away. And, yeah, we drove to Exeter. Well, we drove to Pinho Station, actually, again. As you remember in my first video diary I've done, episode 22, that wasn't the first video diary I've done, but it was the newest one. It started about 5 minutes ago. Don't worry, Wiltshire Train Spotter, only about 5 minutes ago. I'm only recapping the day. So, yeah, walked down to Plymouth. It was pouring down with rain, as per usual down here. And obviously the line's still shut between Plymouth and Totnes, so trains are still heading... trains are still starting at Totnes and making their way over to Paddington. Cross country are starting at Newton Abbot and Exeter St David's. They're not starting at Totnes. Great Western Railway HSTs are starting at Totnes and going to London Paddington, while some are starting at St David's. Not every single one. Only about, I think it's 2 hourly. I think it's every 2 hours from Totnes. But I think it's every hour from Exeter, but every 2 hours from Totnes. You also live in Devon, eh? What's your local station then, North Devon Train Spotter? If you're North Devon, I presume you're on Tarka Line. That's just my guess. Anyway, I don't think you'd be Exmouth way. It's more South Devon. Barnstaple, lovely. Oh, wait, I've been there and I'll be going there again in April for a journey video. So yeah, hello Toby, hope you're well. Thanks for yesterday, by the way. It was an absolutely brilliant day out, Toby. I really loved it, and thank you for coming along. And Liam was great to have along too. It was really great to see you both. But yeah, I should be making my way down to Barnstaple in April for a journey video only. I won't be doing any trains out stuff on that line, but I'm doing trains out on the Avocat line, which is the Exmouth line. I'm doing 2 stations on that line. And yeah, they're Topsham and Exmouth. I'm doing those 2 on the Avocat line. Yeah, sure. You can join me on the whole journey if you want. Join me throughout the whole day. You're in my group now, so I'll obviously send you any timings and all that through Facebook Messenger. So, yeah. So, yeah. I got to the station. I met Johnny. I was a bit late. Everyone else had already got in the car. So we drove up, and Johnny had to battle through the rain. It was very, very rainy. We were on the A38, and it was literally the rain was coming at us, hammer and tongs. It was really, really strong. So Johnny, obviously... Well, Johnny has only driven for, I think just over a year, maybe a bit longer. I think he's driven over a year now, definitely. But, yeah, Johnny was battling the rain. It was the first ever time he'd had to, yeah, it'll be on a weekend. Or possibly be on a weekend. I'll have to let you know that. At the moment, I'd say yes. Yeah, it was going crazy. The weather was really bad. So we got to Pinho. I managed to get off the motorway, and Johnny was feeling really relieved. So we got to Pinho, and we arrived there. And then, because Pinho is the local of Super Alps, literally we drove down the road and we saw him walking up to the station. It was quite funny. We didn't even give him a lift. He was literally just around the corner. So we all wanted to know where to park, and Albie just ran away from the car and then just ran to the car park to show us. It was really funny. So we parked our car, parked Johnny's car even. Johnny parked his car. And yeah, we got on a South Western Railway service to Exeter St David's. We stayed on it because we were then double backing back to Salisbury. But we thought instead of waiting 25 minutes for the same train that arrives, because basically the train that they got to Exeter was the train that we would have picked up from Pinho once it came back. So we just got on it and reversed back, because Johnny and Albie went via Westbury and we went via, and a few of us went via Salisbury instead. Yes, so you are right. Lincoln Central, I was going to do it at the end of October for VTEC Diverts, but as Luke has very rightly said, I overslept and thought it would be way too late, so I stuck around in Devon and joined a few others and went to Devon instead. Did Plymouth, Dawlish, and Exeter St David's. That was not too long before I started that big month of Divets with Newport, Gloucester, Patchway, Seventon Junction, Newport, and Chippenham, Swindon, Kemble, and Stroud. That was the weekend just before I did that big weekend, or big month even. Okay, so we got to Pinhoe, and we got on the train, got to Exeter, reversed back. We got to Salisbury on time, and we were hoping that Albie and Johnny's train would be late, so then I could go over to Chandler's Ford and get a singular clip. Unfortunately, it wasn't late, and we missed it because it's not meant to be a connection, which is quite irritating, but you can't help that. But generally it was okay. So we got off at Salisbury, spent a bit of time in Salisbury, just looked around, and then I filmed an absolutely mega singular clip. I have filmed this singular clip before, but I did it again because it's absolutely amazing. It was at Salisbury, and it was a 158, a 158, a 159, and a 159, 4 units that are all together in one train going to London Waterloo. Swindon isn't a bad station, I like it. It's got better in recent time because IETs serve there now. So it's gotten better for variety, I'll give you that. Because HSTs and IETs, and obviously you've got some units. And if you're lucky, you could get a Great Western Railway 150 and then an on-hire SWR 158. So, you know, you could get 4 different types of trains. You can get a 153, so you get 5 different types of trains. So, you know, it's good for variety, but people don't take... And, yeah, I'm 166, there's 6 different trains now, so there's a lot of things, but, yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, they're not 165s yet, they're not down in Bristol way yet, Luke. It's just the 166s. Anyway, so... Yeah, I like 333, it's a lovely vinyl 153. 325 is nice as well. Citizen Rail one. So, where was I? Salisbury. Yeah, so we filmed a mega combo of units, it was brilliant. And then we got on a Great Western Railway service to Eastleigh, which was formed of 158951. So we took the green 158, hello Jacob, took 158951 over to Eastleigh, which was quite a nice ride. And the information screens weren't working, because I believe it's because they got diverted by Eastleigh, so they weren't programmed to work, which is a bit rubbish. They should have sorted that out, in my opinion, anyway. So we got to Eastleigh on time, and then 15926 was literally on the other side at Eastleigh, and I don't think 150s were cleared past Chandler's Ford, but they are, so there you go. So they were there as well. So I filmed 15926, and then I also filmed 158951. So, yeah, they'll probably be back there soon as well. 158, so they'll probably move down Devon way, I'd imagine. Yes, Adam, you're right. 153s do only work in West Country now, since the Cornwall branches need them, and so does the Exmouth Barnstable Paignton Triangle, because they don't have enough paces for it. And obviously the Dash 1s are saying bye bye soon, which I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, our Dash 1s are going over to Northern, which is quite good. Wow, yeah, bus service isn't good, is it? So at Eastleigh, the station itself was really good. The views are spectacular at the station. There's a lot to see. Usually there is a lot to see. But as I say, there wasn't any passing cross country and any passing southern. As Luke questioned me earlier, he wanted to know what it was like without any passing trains. It feels really weird because... it's kind of weird because those through lines are always used for passing trains, and yet, yeah, they don't anymore, I don't think, on Swindon Shuttle, because 166s are doing it at some point. I imagine they'd still do it until 166s are fully cleared elsewhere as well, so, because they'll need them on other lines. So yeah, went to Eastleigh, the views were good, and yeah. Have you been to Eastleigh many times before? This was my, hang on, how many times have I been to Eastleigh? I've been to them a good few times. 1, 2, 4, this was my 4th visit to Eastleigh. Yeah, this was my 4th visit to Eastleigh, but this one was different for diverts and everything. The other 3 visits were just general visits to Eastleigh. 17th of February, Rover starts. It's basically my next train trip now, because I'm not filming next week. So, yeah. Hello, Southern Train Spotter. Hope you're well. Anyway, so what was interesting about Eastleigh was that the only train service that was running on its full timetable was London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour via Fareham. That was the only service running to a proper timetable. Hello, Liam Watson. I am fine, thank you. Yes, let's hope not. You'll probably tell me I'm bad for liking Pacers. Anyway. Oh, for liking Pacers? Disliking Pacers, even. Even though we're all entitled to an opinion on things. Anyway, so how are we doing for battery? We're doing alright. So at Eastleigh, the interesting thing was that, yeah, Waterloo Portsmouth was the only train service that ran to timetable. There was also London Waterloo to Southampton Airport Parkway, and that was basically what would normally be London Waterloo to Weymouth, but Southampton Airport Parkway, there was engineering works in between there and Central, so there was bus services from Airport Parkway to Southampton Central, where then another 444. Okay, no worries. Right, anyway, so they were taking trains from Southampton Central to Weymouth, and then there were services from London Waterloo to Airport Parkway, where there'd be a bus. Waterloo to Airport Parkway was wacky combos. There was 2 services which were double pairings of 444s, which is normal, and then about 3 pairings of 3 450s altogether. So that was really interesting. A double 450 turned up on a Portsmouth Waterloo, and a double 444 turned up on a Waterloo Portsmouth, and then the rest were just 158s going to Cardiff Central and Portsmouth Harbour. So they were really, really interesting. It was a great station for... I was really surprised by all the combos that were there, so that was a great station. Although I didn't really think the combos were needed because the trains were really quiet, mostly. So, actually they weren't too bad. They were actually quite busy on some, but not on all. Because obviously if you want to go to Southampton Central, you could easily just get off at Eastleigh double and just go along through Romsey. Anyway, yeah, I finished at the station. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I always will go back to Eastleigh, but next time I go back there, I'm going to try and get there for when a Southern service calls there, because I haven't got much Southern there. So, hello Rafa, and hello Joshua Platt. Hope you're both well. So, yeah. Yeah, the little door on the gangway. It was a bit strange that. I saw that. It was really weird. I don't think anyone noticed. On one of the trains that you'll probably see if you watch closely at Eastleigh when I do bring it out. You'll probably see. Do you like 323s, and are you in favour of them replaced on the Birmingham line? No, I'm not in favour. I think they do well on the Cross City line. They've done the job. They've done well. But at some point, they're going to have to go. And I have no idea what's going to replace them, so I do feel like they're bringing it out too soon if they haven't got a replacement in line. So, yeah. 323s aren't my favourite train, but I don't agree with them getting scrapped from the Cross City line, because I feel like that they're needed for that line. It's an important route, especially through Birmingham and the suburban areas. Anyway, that's my opinion of it. So I got 158951 back to Romsey. Hello Tom, it's your boy. Dorset, Hampshire Rail Photography. Hello. Yeah, so got to Romsey. That was the second station of the day. At least you can't do your running gag there, Tom. Sorry. Anyway, so got to Romsey, and Romsey saw 158s, a lot of them, including South Western Railway services from Salisbury to Southampton Central only. 185s are lovely trains. So at Romsey we also saw some freight. A light engine 66 along with a 70, which if anyone watched my live stream yesterday, you'll remember it. There was a 70. There was two also 66s, which I filmed, as well as just regular 158 and diverted cross-country voyages that were going from Manchester to Bournemouth and Bournemouth to Manchester. So they were really, really good. It was a very good station. Romsey was my favourite station of the day because it was scenic and it also had most of the trains. And yeah, it was really good. No, they're not running the Tarka line, they're going to Northern. That's what's happening. They're already running the Tarka line. But Dash 1s are going to Northern, so. And I believe they'll be eventually. At the moment, whilst they're still running, they'll probably just stick around Devon, I imagine. I'm not too sure though. Excuse me. Anyway, so at Romsey as well. See you later. Wiltshire Train Spotter. Have a good time at Hobbycraft. Nice shop that. So we got to Romsey, filmed all that. It wasn't lying. They're already running the Tarka line. It's just I think they might stay on that line, not go anywhere else until they're needing to go to Northern. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to think of them, really. I got to go into the cab on a cross-country Voyager. It was at Bournemouth. Lovely. I've been in the cab of a Voyager when I was little, but I don't remember it. I think it was a Virgin Voyager as well. When they were still serving Plymouth. I don't think ScotRail are getting 153s from what I'm hearing. I think I don't know about that, because 156s do some important jobs on ScotRail territory. Because, what is it? They go to Mallaig, and they go over past Fort William, via Fort William. And they also go to Annie's Land, although I don't know if any other DMUs are cleared down that way. But Mallaig is a pretty tough one to sort out, because 156s, I believe, I think they're the only trains that can really clear down there, unless 158s and 17. I don't think 170s can do it, but I don't know about 158s. I don't know though. I haven't been around ScotRail territory for a long time, so I couldn't really tell you. But Mallaig, I'm sure, is only a 156 diagram because it's only because of the signalling on that line. I don't know though. I know the Cali Sleeper can do it as well, obviously, but I think that only goes as far as Fort William. But on that line in general, I think over to Mallaig, it's quite a tough one really to replace. Anyway, because it's such a long route as well. Yeah, they are as well. GWR HSTs, some of them have already gone up. Some of them will be going up at some point, and GWR are keeping some for shorter sets as well. I'm losing topic here. So, we filmed Romsey, it was lovely, really enjoyable, and some great views, and some great curves. Everything about Romsey was lovely. It's a rundown little station, but it is a lovely, well, it's actually a pretty area, but when it's raining it kind of looks a bit rundown. So I enjoyed it. We then got a 158-798 to Salisbury, which is the Springboard 158. I like 455s, they're nice units actually, I really like them. I don't like the look of Southern's ones because they look a bit ugly, but South Western Railway ones are lovely. I've been on them, they're really nice. Don't think I've been on a Southern 455 yet, so... Excuse me. Anyway, so we went to Andover after that We changed to Salisbury, got 159 over there. Andover was very, very scenic. It reminded me a lot of Mitchell Dever because of how scenic it was. The passing speed is better. Voyagers go right through that station at a good speed. I think it's about 70 or 80 miles per hour. It's pretty good. The rest were 159s that called there. And the 159s that did call there were really good because I like 159s a lot. They were pretty much just Salisbury, Waterloo, and Exeter St David's, Waterloo. I think one came from Bristol as well. I'm not too sure on that one, actually. I think we missed that one. They have as well? Yeah, I didn't see it though, unfortunately. That actually reminds me. At Romsey, I did see something, but I will keep that a surprise. Anyway, so, yeah, right, Andover, it was a lovely little station. There's 2 platforms. Hang on, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. No, I'm not, I'm okay. Anyway, at Romsey it was, Andover even, it was pretty much double 159 heaven. Yeah, you're right, it was 158,890. SWR 158, proper new livery. It was lovely. I'll keep it a surprise. Well done, thank you Dr. D for spoiling that. I'm only joking, of course. I don't really mind. Yeah, but look out for that at Romsey, it was really nice to see it. And it was my first time filming a new livery 158 for SWR as well, and it was good. Alright, it was a guess. Good guess. It was 890. Yes, it was. Anyway, I didn't see 887 or 888, and I didn't see 159003 either, so none of them were out to play. I think 003 was at Salisbury Depot all day, so from what I knew. So yeah. Andover as well had some really good views. Yeah, I've got a bit of a blocked nose. Excuse me, I was out in the cold all day yesterday. But Andover, and I'm also a bit tired, but I'm okay. I'm generally fine. But what was it? Andover had some lovely views. Down the track from platform 1, it was stunning, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. So after that, I got 159 straight back to Exeter St David's, up to Pinho even. We drove back, and then we stopped off at McDonald's on the way back because I hadn't had tea. So I went and bought something to eat, and then I went home. And here I am. I just came back from having some lunch. Went out for some, and I had a ham and cheese toastie for lunch. It was lovely. It was an absolutely stunning day, and it was really good to see some diverts. For Tom, you asked about 166s. I didn't see any. The 166s wouldn't run. They are not cleared over to Portsmouth Harbour yet, but also they won't run at the moment because of the fact that no, actually, I very rarely get a McDonald's. I usually have a pack of lunch. I'm usually a Subway sort of person because I like sandwiches, but I'm usually a Subway sort of person when it comes to food. But I'll buy Subway when I buy Subway usually, and I'll pack a lunch as well. But I love sandwiches. I like toasted sandwiches mostly. So yeah, I will usually eat them, and I don't usually eat fast food. So yeah. The Brighton services didn't run to Brighton. They only ran to Westbury, I believe. And I didn't see any because I wasn't in that area. So I wasn't in that area, Tom, so I couldn't tell you, I'm afraid. I was only at Salisbury. So, anyway, it was a really good day, and yeah. So, I'm going to do a bit of a run through of you guys now, just to make you guys aware, but Rover starts in 2 weeks now. And Rover is it's a ham and cheese on hearty Italian bread, and I like it toasted. That's my favourite Subway. Rover starts in 2 weeks now. That's the next train trip for me when it comes to filming. Rover will be next. It's in 2 weeks. The next trip, well, I'm going out next week, but I'm not doing any train spotting next week, so. Hello, it's Alex. Hello. So, yeah, Rover will start. I'm looking forward to it a lot because it's basically trying again on Rover. Calling it Rover, it's very, very different now. It's going to get its own Instagram account. And, yeah, it's going to be really, really good. So, Rover will start in 2 weeks with Penzance, St Erf, and a little station called Lelance, which is on the St Ives Bay line. I'll be filming those first. Lelance I'm doing because you can see the Cornish main line apparently from Lelance, so I'm trying that. Each trip's going to have a journey video, or at least if there is a possible point for one, they'll have one. If there's no like line to do it on, I won't do one. So like Penzance to St Erf will have the St Ives Bay line journey video over St Ives from St Erf, plus a journey video from Plymouth to Penzance in 2 parts. Then you've got Hale Campbell and Redruth from Truro, which will be a journey video to Falmouth. Then you've got Falmouth Docks, that is. Then you've got St Austell Par and Lostwithiel, and a journey video over to Newquay. You've got Bodmin Parkway and Liscard, and a journey video over to Looe, plus going to see Coombe Junction Halt. Then you've got Menhenny at St Germans and Saltash. They're going to, don't know when out of a journey video, but they'll have 3 trains out videos. And then the local Plymouth stations, that's St Vita Ferry Road, Keyham Dockyard and Devonport, which will be a weekday. And then Plymouth, Ivybridge, Totnes and Newton Abbot. Will be a journey video to Gunners Lake and a journey video from Newton Abbot to Plymouth. Then you've got Torquay and Paignton, a journey video from Paignton to Newton Abbot. Then the Riviera line, then a journey video from Exeter to St David's to Newton Abbot. That'll be Timoth, Dawlish, Dawlish Warren, Starcross and Exeter St Thomas, all 5 filmed on that day, on a day. Then Exeter St David's on the weekend after that, with Exeter Central, St James's Park, I know, Topsham and Exmouth, with journey videos to Exmouth, to Barnstaple and to Axminster. So 3 different journey videos on that one, which will be good. Then it's Tiverton Parkway and Taunton, with a journey video from Taunton to Exeter St David's. Then Bridgewater, Highbridge and Burnham, Weston-super-Mare and Weston-Milton, all on the same day, with a journey video over from, I'm probably thinking I'm going to do it from Taunton to Weston-super-Mare, and then because the next weekend after that I'm at Well, Yatton, Nelson, Backwell, Parsons Street in Bedminster. I'm kind of thinking after that I might go via Weston-super-Mare with that one, or I will go via it, and I'll do a journey video from Bristol Temple Meads to Weston-super-Mare. I'll probably do that. Then Temple Meads will happen, along with Lawrence Hill, Stapleton Road, and a journey video over to Severn Beach. Actually, no, I'm filming Clifton Down and Avonmouth as well, and then a journey video over to Severn Beach from Bristol, Temple Meads. Then it'll be Filton Abbey Wood, and it'll be Patchway. Tom, I know you're watching and probably jumping up and down when you hear that. And Pilning. They'll be both of them on the same day, and I'm thinking of a very smart way to get from Patchway over to Pilning. So, and then Seven Tunnel Junction as well, so all 4 of them on the same day. Then we'll head backwards and we'll go to Caldecott, Chepstow, Lydney and Gloucester. And then we'll head over next weekend, we'll do Cheltenham Spa, Camden Dursley, Yates and Bristol Parkway. Then it's Newport, Cardiff Central and Cardiff Queen Street, and then heading over to do some stations on the Cardiff Valley line. So you've got Cardiff, Queen Street. I'm thinking of doing places like Treforest Estate, Abercynon, Pontypridd, Heath, Radda, sorry. Some others as well, like stations like that I'm thinking of doing. And then there'll be lots of journey videos. There'll be, I'm thinking of doing Bargoed and Estrabnac as well. It'll just be those stations I think I'll be doing trains at, videos at. It will take a couple of weeks to do. I'll do probably 1 week doing, what was it? I'll be 1 weekend doing Heath, Estrabnac and Bargoed. And then 1 weekend doing Radda, Pontypridd and Abercynon. Oh, and Treforest Estate, Radda. Forgotten the name now. Treforest Estate, Radda, Pontypridd and Abercynon. Do them. Then it'll be Vale of Glamorgan. Obviously, oh yeah, on that Cardiff Valley line, I'll be doing journey videos over to Treherbert, over to Rumney, over to Merthyr Tydfil, over to Cardiff Bay, and over to Aberdare, and on the Cardiff Central trip I'll do a journey video to Ebervale Town as well. So yeah, there's a lot happening and I'm really looking forward to all that. Then you've got the Vale of Glamorgan line, where I'll be doing a journey video over doing all 3 stations, including Grangetown, Dingle Road and Penarth, and doing a journey video from Penarth to Cardiff Central. From Grangetown then I'll do a journey video over to Barry, but I'll be doing all stations from there to Barry, all of them, and then doing a journey video curving up to Barry Island, which might just be part of the Barry video, I'm not too sure, and then I'm going over to Bridgend through Roos Cardiff Airport and Llantwit Major. Then it's Pencoed, Clonharan, Pontyclean, and then probably on that day, actually I might start or finish, no, probably start with it. I'll also be doing a journey video on the Maesteg branch. I'll be going to Maesteg, so probably doing all that on the same day. Then heading over to Port Talbot, and heading over eventually to Swansea, doing all stations between there, and I'll probably be doing a journey video there between Swansea and Cardiff. That'll probably be in 2 parts. And then over to West Wales, we'll be doing a journey video between Swansea and Carmarthen. And the Heart of Wales line, before you mention it, will be done. But the Heart of Wales line is being done differently because once I hit the Shrewsbury area, that's when I'll be doing it. But I'll be doing it from... Oh, I'll work out that, but you guys will know soon anyway, when I get around to that. This is as far as I know anyway. Once I get to Carmarthen, I'll do Whitland, and then I'll be doing all 3 branch lines, Pembroke Dock, Fishguard Harbour and Milford Haven. Doing all them, and then that'll be done. And then once that's done, I'll make my way over to Southampton Central. So, and then I'll announce further from there. So, there's a lot happening. I'm really excited for it. And yeah, I shall. They're not going to be week after week after week, because some trips will be big trips that are away from Rover. Sort of keep with the variety. So yeah, right, I'm going to shoot off now because that's my recap and also announcement about Rover. So thank you for watching. Next week's uploads will include the first video, trainings at Eastleigh, which will be up tomorrow. Trains at Romsey on Tuesday, trains at Andover on Wednesday. Then the video diary on Thursday. And then on Friday will be part 3 of my year in review, where it will be October to December, the highlights. Saturday and Sunday then will be some more live. Well, Saturday and Sunday will be singular clips this time around. There's no live stream this coming weekend because I'm not on a trip. So anyway, I shall speak to you guys very soon. Take care guys, and goodbye.